Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Oh, just screwed up the standing pose, so I'm just gonna go with that. Hello everyone. My name is Matt Scorpion, and I hopefully should not need to touch my controller again because we are doing a TWAB update today. And for those of you who don't know, TWAB stands for This Week at Bungie. They just released one today on the usual days of Thursdays, and it is covering some of the updates that's going to be coming with next season. So this is going to be a bit of a juicy read, and there will be a bit of reading. And hopefully I don't flub so many words since I'll actually be reading. So here we go. This week at Bungie 5-21-2020 from DMG04. This week at Bungie, something unexpected happened on the way to the moon bunker. Many of you have been chasing a lie. Last week you began your hunt with Anna, successfully defending Seraph Towers in the Winding Cove, Anchor of Light, and the Rupture, or watched as your fellow Guardians carried the weight. They know you've freeloaded. You burned through 1,000 enemies with your trusty shotgun. Sadly, your quest for answers came to a halt on Sunday evening, all thanks to a faulty door in the moon's bunker. Earlier that morning, hotfix 2.8.13 was released, unblocking your journey and finding truth behind the lie. While we hate to see a bug ship, we're excited to see the right ship as quickly as possible. Now we look to what comes next. Season of the Worthy is winding down, and which means it's time for a round of previews from this team. This week, we're hyper-focused on legendary engrams and weapon tuning. Decrypting the future. Last week, we did a deep dive on how loot will be evolving season over season. With the upcoming addition of max power level to your gear, players have been asking how acquisition methods will be changing. We have a breakdown from the Destiny dev team on how we're keeping the items you earn from legendary engrams and core activities relevant during a given season. Today we're going to be talking about some changes that are coming in Season 11 to the way of World Loot Pool works. Because the World Loot Pool serves as a baseline of legendary gear that can be earned across different activities, we want to update and refresh it seasonally with meta-relevant weapons, some which were previously exclusive to specific activities like Gambit or the Crucible. This shared pool can be unwieldy if you're looking for a specific role of a specific weapon. A pool too large can make it statistically challenging to find, much less for the role you want. Starting in Season 11, it will be curated both for relevance and overall size to strike a balance between a number of rewards as the change to get a sought-after drop. Every season gear from previous seasons will be added, and any gear that will no longer have a max power level greater than or equal to the seasonal cap will be cycled out to ensure that to ensure that drops are power relevant to the current season. The World Pool. Get your pens and notepads out. The current World Pool for Season 11 will consist of the following weapons: Uriel's Gift, Elatha FR4, the Old Fashioned, the Moss Epoch 3, Hawthorne's Field Forged, Last Hope, Timeline's Vertex, Interference 6, Dire Promise, True Prophecy, GN7, Enigma's Draw, Distant Tumulus, Escape Velocity, Honor's Edge. Those are all of the faction weapons that I believe were added last season. This season. I'm getting ahead of myself. That will continue to next season's loot pool. And then following up, we have Gnawing Hunger, Arsenic Bite 4B, Main Ingredient, Outrageous Fortune, Truth Teller, Nature of the Beast, Last Perdition, Bad Omens, Night Watch, Toil and Trouble, Wishbringer, Last Dance, Lonesome, Long Shadow, Steel Syllable, Z14, or Sibyl, or I believe that's how that's said. If you still need a weapon or weapon roll from the current Vanguard Crucible Gambit playlist that isn't on that list, go grab it now. Now, I don't think they're completely removing it. I think that just means whatever weapons is being added will go to the World Loot Pool, because everything else will stay where it is, but those will be added to the pool. Like, you'll be able to get Gnawing Hunger, the auto rifle from Gambit Prime. That'll pop up in the wild, but everything else that wasn't mentioned from Gambit, that's still staying in normal Gambit. Coming up, Block and Reload. Alongside the changes to the World Loot Pool, we have some changes coming to Destiny 2 Sandbox. This week we'll be focused on weapons, specifically perk tuning. Here's a quick breakdown from the team on what to expect. Reload perk updates. We've observed that players lean toward perks that increase their damage, i.e., kill clip or reduced weapon downtime, i.e., outlaw. When they say downtime, it's basically time that you're not shooting. The damage perks were adjusted quite a while back, but reload perks still don't feel like choices. This tuning pass aims to keep them feeling powerful without being so dominant that no other choices will seem viable. First, some information that's on the stats that impact reload. Reload stat 0 to 100 and maps on reload stat 0 to 100 and maps onto archetype specific reload animation speed. Reload duration scale. Most reload perks also apply a small multiplier to that reload animation. So if that reload step is capped, you will see a small speed bump. Reload empty duration scale. As above, but only applies to if the magazine is empty. Note that because most weapons have a fairly high reload stat, decreasing a reload stat bonus from 100 to 50 will still max out the reload stat most of the time, and so it doesn't slow down the actual reload as much as it seems. Oh, a dog just barked in the room. The following perks that alter these reload stats are being updated. Outlaw, slow this down a bit. Reload stat from 100 to 50. Reload duration scale from 0.8 to 0.9. Feeding Frenzy, this was strictly better than Outlaws, so we're changing functionality based on number of rapid kills. Functionality changes to increase reload speed based on number of rapid kills up to 5, so it stacks up to 5 times. With 2 kill, reload speed is equal to updated Outlaw. With 3 kills, faster. With 4 kills is the fastest reload in the game, except Alloy Mag. Parentheses, Alloy Mag gonna be back on top. Max possibility reload duration scale from 0.83 to 0.8. Basically, they lowered the absolute maximum reload speed capable. In case you don't know, that means like stacking and feeding frenzy with enhanced reload perks that will cap out at 0.8 instead of 0.83. Max possible reload stat unchanged at plus 100. Rapid hit. Given a huge amount of reload and stability for very little work front-loaded onto the first precision hit, we have updated it so that it still feels good but isn't quite as powerful. Adjusting stacking bonus to give less benefit for the first hit and more with subsequent hits. Max possible reload stat from 100 to 60. Max possible reload duration scale from 0.8 to 0.925. Max possible stability stat from 0.50 to 0.25. Now I gotta admit, I'm a little angry about the stability thing. Rapid hit at max was the closest you get on console to feeling like you're playing on PC. Drop mags. Yeah. Grr, I wish my fingers could work because I just scrolled past that. Drop mag, situationally really powerful without a massive drawback as a good perk, but in a magazine column. Reload duration scale from 0.5 to 0.9 to bring it in line with Outlaw. Field prep unchanged, but for reference, reload stat plus 50, reload duration scale 0.8. Alloy mag unchanged, but for reference, reload empty duration scale 0.6666. Additionally, we've been fixing an issue where perks that grant partial ammo did not respect shot count for burst weapons. Excuse me. This means that these perks will now work correctly on pulse rifles, fusion rifles, and burst sidearms, so that these perks will be more common on those weapon archetypes in the future. The listed perks as Slideways, Slide Shot, Ambitious Assassin, Subsistence, Overflow, Lead from Gold, and Clown Cartridge. Basically, if you had one of those perks on a shotgun, it would give you 2 rounds in the mag or so. Like with Slide Shot, it would give you maybe 1 or 2 rounds in the mag when you slid. If it was on a burst weapon of some sort, a fusion rifle, a pulse rifle, it would still give the allotment, but it wouldn't modify for the burst. So instead of giving 2 bursts worth of ammo, it might give a burst and a half. Mickey, stop eating that. General perk returning with opening up space by adjusting reload perk. We've also attuned some other underused perks based on our internal testing and perk popularity and effectiveness data from our internal analytics. Dynamic sway reduction adds 10 stability over time in addition to accuracy. This is way more powerful than it sounds. Reduced reticle movement from stability should now tell players this is working. Good change, considering that I could not tell when dynamic sway reduction truly kicked in until after shooting for like 5 hours. Pulse monitor, take critical damage, you can quickly swap to your now fully loaded shotgun. Reload amount from 0.35 to 1.0. plus 50% handling, 5% faster swap speed. This works on stowed weapons too, which was already the case, but it makes it a lot more useful. That might be an issue, considering the Fellwinter's Lie is the most solid shotgun so far. And I know it doesn't have pulse monitor, but any other aggressive frame shotgun that now has it, you could be one shot and swap it out, and if your shotgun was empty, it is now full, and you can even pull it out faster. So, Hipfire Grip now helps you hit shots closer to ADS ranges. It still doesn't affect damage drop-off or magnetism. 1.8 aim assist fall off, plus 15 aim assist, plus 1.7 degrees precision hipfire angle threshold. By default, when hip-firing a weapon, the center of your reticle must be over a target in order to get a crit, otherwise aim assist will give you a body shot. This change gives you little lenience, so if the center of your reticle is not directly over a target, you will still get the crit if you're within its angle. It has no effect on snipers. Basically, hipfire grip gave you... more so, it allowed you to get an easier headshot from random aiming from hipfire. Now it will benefit you more. Sneak bow actually makes you sneaky now. Stealth buff does not ping radar when shooting. That is very good because sneak bow was unused 100%, like ever. New perks. Next season we'll have new perks rolling exclusively on Season of the Redacted weapons. Additionally, Iron Banner will be receiving 2 new perks on 2 reprised weapons. In future seasons, these perks will begin to roll on other weapons. While we don't want to spoil the fun of discovering and testing new perks, we will leave you with the names of upcoming Iron Banner perks, Iron Grip and Iron Gaze. We are excited to see the community break these perks down when the new season begins. Upcoming archetype buffs for weapons. Next season, we are taking a quick pass on a few weapon archetypes that have been underperforming. Slug shotguns are underused in PvE because they require crits to maximize damage and didn't reward that precision with higher damage per second. Slug shotgun PvE damage, plus 30%. High impact pulse rifles are underused in Crucible. I disagree. While they have very fast and optimal time to kill, that time to kill was hard to achieve, so we decided to soften it a little. High impact pulse damage per bullet from 21 to 22. This changes it from 6 crits to 5 crits and a body shot to kill a Guardian PvP at most resilience values. In analytics, we see bows are underused in challenging combat, and locally we've observed that it feels terrible when a bow leaves a red bar enemy at low health. So bow PvE damage versus minors plus 10%. Basically, the headshot effect is back in play where it should one-shot most red bars now. Air quotes on that. Full archetyped... future archetype updates. We've been evaluating feedback on our analytics, and while we are not done yet, we wanted to touch on 3 community pain points. Our current goal is to touch in season 12, but we will be sure to let you know if plans change. Sniper rifles. Community feedback has been that Revoker and Beloved dominate. And looking at analytics, they account for 86% of sniper rifle usage in the Crucible. And if we include other low zoom snipers, the number gets even higher. We are specifically looking at how zoom translates into ease of use for sniper rifles. We're investigating changes that makes choosing a sniper rifle zoom of an interesting choice. I don't know what they don't understand with that. I mean, a low zoom sniper is easier to see things. It's basically, low zoom sniper is better for close combat. Hand cannons. We are evaluating the hand cannon subfamilies. As a result, we're breaking out aggressive frame hand cannons to let us tune their range independently of others. Thank you. Aggressive frames were so off the map, and I love them so much. Adaptive auto rifles. Auto rifles in general are highly represented in the Crucible, but generally feel balanced. Adaptive auto rifles are a little higher, so we're looking at them. We're not rolling back the Season 10 buff, but we are adjusting the tuning a little to give other auto rifle subfamilies a chance to shine. Hopefully they're referring to high impacts, because I do like high impact frame auto rifles, but they did not get touched in the blanket auto buff. Moving forward, we plan to make more regular weapon balance changes. We will have more to share on cadence and scope later. Now, following up in the know, you may have noticed at Bungie Help on Twitter is freshly verified. If you don't follow his account, get it to it. Player support partnered with Bungie Network Operations Teams, BNOC for short, runs this account to keep you up to date on maintenance timelines, bug investigations, and more. Except no substitute. If you want more details on what's happening outside of a 280 character limit, read on. This is their report. Hotfix 2.13, basically, Fellwinter's Lie is now able to be finished, but as a result of the hotfix, it will not appear of collections. This will be resolved in a future update. If you would like to, if players are continuing to observe issues with the quest The Lie, please report them to the help forum. Items leaving at the end of the season. As Season of the Worthy approaches... I hate words. As soon at the... derp. As the end of Season of the Worthy approaches, several items will be moved from Destiny 2 on June 9th, 2020 at the weekly resets. Some items leaving at the end of the season include access to the Seraph Bunkers and the EDZ Moon and Io, Warmind Bits, the Fourth Horseman exotic quest if you have not finished it, the Lie quest if you have not finished it, Legendary Lost Sectors, and the Warmind Kanjali seasonal artifact. For a comprehensive list of items, please visit our article on items leaving in the end of Season of the Worthy. Current known issues. While we continue to investigate various known issues, here's a list of the latest issues we are reporting to us in our help forum. We are continuing to monitor the increase in Beetle, Revenant, and Beaver and Anteater codes, and some players still have the Guardian Games milestone visible on their characters. For a full list of emergent issues in Destiny 2, you can review our known issues article and help forum. So, that was a long list to read through. 6 minutes, or about 16 minutes total worth of reading. I will put screenshots of the conversation on screen so you can look at more than just my hunter twirling a stick or sharpening a blade. And I unfortunately touched my controller a few times, so it got knocked out of the perfect animation. So with that, my name is the Mad Scorpion, and this has been the TWAB update. I should have the Fellwinter's Lie mission out before this. If not, it'll be just after, and you can also check up on that nice little escapade to finally through the door that we have not been able to go through. So, I shall see you in the next video. Bye-bye.